Silver better look close at this, and gold too. Silver is in uncharted territory, and this author shows that history may not repeat itself, but it certainly does rhyme. That's exactly what they lay out. This is from moneymetals.com. And in this video, I'm going to show you what you need to be watching closely for silver. Also, I'm ripping open my LuckyRips pack. I finally got it. I cannot wait. So this article starts by saying that gold has been on quite a bull run, of course, and here the wide gold to silver ratio in recent years is telling us that silver is historically, this is the key word here, right there, underpriced, historically underpriced. And we see that it's hard to keep that in mind when we see gold just skyrocketing at these record highs. But this author notes here that one factor that complicates things is that silver serves two very different roles. And this is what this author lays out. A little over 50% of silver demand comes from the industrial offtake, and with the rapidly expanding green economy, this percentage will likely climb. And it certainly is going to climb. Absolutely, especially with mandates like we have in California, where electric vehicles are required by 2035. Absolutely required. So that green revolution is causing serious pressure on the market. And right here, this author says, but at its core, silver is a monetary metal, and it tends to generally track with gold over time, albeit at a more volatile manner. And this is what we're waiting. We're waiting for silver to move like gold. I can't take it anymore. Let's open this LuckyRips pack. There it is, finally. LuckyRips. It showed up. I've been waiting. I feel like I've been waiting for at least a month to rip this open. Now, here it is. My hands are shaking. I'm so excited. This is my LuckyRips pack. Oh, look, apparently I got a receipt with it. I get, look at this. So there's a 1 in 3 chance that we get a 5-ounce silver in this, 1 in 3 chance. And it really, I have that feeling. If you're like me, I grew up ripping open baseball packs. In fact, when I was getting ready for this, I was looking through my old baseball cards, and remember this? Signed Mickey Mantle. Come on. So if you're like me and you grew up with ripping open baseball packs, I seriously have the same feeling that I used to have. I remember being a kid and stuffing my socks with packs of baseball cards. And then, of course, you become superstitious when you do this. I would have a ritual that I would do before I opened it. Well, I'm not doing any rituals. I'm just going to rip this open. Let's see what we get. LuckyRips. Let's see how, it opens so easily. All right, check it out. Feels good. This feels like, right there, 5 ounces. I got a 5-ounce right away. LuckyRips, baby. There's another drop next month. I'm doing this again. 5 ounces of silver right there. Look at that. A pound of gold is very happy. This is great. I'm telling you, check this out. Check out LuckyRips. I'll leave a link in the description. I'm going to do another one next month. I'm got that same feeling when I used to rip open cards. So cool. 5 ounces of silver right there. LuckyRips. 5 ounces of silver is definitely keeping me bullish. I didn't need any more motivation to be bullish, but now I certainly have it. That was a lot of fun. Let's keep going. So looking into a hazy crystal ball. Now, this author lays out 2 key parts to silver that we need to be focusing on. He says, economic and market forecasting is a tricky business in any environment. We have a crystal ball, but it is rather opaque and hazy. But at its core, economics is about causes and their predictable effects. So we need to look at the history of silver to understand exactly where we're going, because it may not follow the pattern to a T, but in a moment I'm going to show you this chart, and you're going to see that looking at the history of silver really shows you this uncharted territory that we're entering, and it's really very, very bullish, very strong for silver. So here, history proves one way to help untangle the mess. This is why analysts often turn to technical charts. And let's check this chart out here. What can price charts tell us about silver? Well, look at this. This is a 50-year price chart of silver. We look at a 50-year price chart of silver. We see a very distinctive pattern known as a secular cup and handle. Look at this secular cup and handle. And this author tells us exactly what this shows for silver. And wow, it really is bullish. This is a long-term bullish pattern. He says you can see the cup with the 2 highs of around $50 per ounce in 1980 and 2011. Following the 2011 peak, we see a sharp decline in the price, followed by a consolidation handle. And that's what we're looking at right here, our consolidation handle. And we're really right at the part where silver becomes extremely bullish. And look at these numbers. Check this out. A handle pattern on the chart of a stock or commodity often precedes a breakout. We've heard that before. And this cup and handle pattern has played out over an extremely long time frame. Historically, longer patterns portend bigger breakouts. I'm going to say that again because it's so important. Historically, longer patterns portend bigger breakouts with a broader base signaling a bigger upside case. And that's exactly what we see coming. Gold followed a similar long-term pattern, resolving with a breakout to new all-time highs. And silver has lagged gold's performance, but that is actually a common occurrence. And we talk about this a lot. It is very common for silver to lag gold. Now, our lag in May was quite a short lag, but what this author is showing is we may be experiencing a lag right now and is really set to take off. After gold's recent breakout right here above 2,500 per ounce, gold's continued strength above that key level should act like a magnet. This is exactly what we want to see here. Should act like a magnet to pull silver toward the $50 level. And should it occur, I'm going to highlight this for you so you can see, should it occur, a decisive break above $50 silver would complete an epic 45-year cup and handle pattern, and market technicians would then look for a slingshot move higher from there. These are the phrases that we want. Slingshot. I mean, that's it. And this is what we see coming. I mean, look at this again. You really can't discount this. Look at this. Right here where my cursor is, this is where we can see bullish momentum, and we can see that slingshot coming. This is not, again, not exactly history repeating itself, but as this author says right here, look, as the saying goes, history doesn't always repeat, but it often rhymes. And that's a common phrase, and it's really true. When we see these kinds of patterns emerge, he says, one should sit up and take notice. And this is why you need to watch this closely. Look at these numbers for silver to gold ratio. As already mentioned, the author says, the gold-silver ratio is historically wide at 87-1. That's so painful. And meaning that it takes 87 ounces of silver to buy 1 ounce of gold. To put that into perspective, the average in the modern era has been between 40-1. That's the average in the modern era. 40-1 and 60-1. In other words, from a historical perspective, silver is absolutely underpriced. Absolutely. And look at this for silver to gold ratio. This says that historically the ratio has always returned to the mean, and as it is done with a vengeance, actually, the ratio fell here 30-1 in 2011 and below 20-1 in 79. So with this chart here, I mean, this is what we really need to look closely at, because this tells us, and of course I say this with a brand new 5-ounce bar in my hand, but this shows us really that silver is on its pattern, and it is. I'm not the only one who's bullish on silver, right? This shows you that we are seriously looking at some big prices for silver. Hit that subscribe button, and more importantly, check out LuckyRips. I'm excited for the next one next month.